at best 100 miles from the storm when it was its closest. But look at the damage here. The storm surge that was record around Tampa Bay. 5 to 7 feet of actual ocean water pushing boats across a 4-lane causeway into homes. I mean, right here, I can see at least a half dozen up and down this road. This is the damage, and it's nothing compared to what's going on to our north through Georgia and a flash flood emergency right now in North Carolina.
Overnight, Hurricane Helene slamming into Florida's Big Bend, making landfall as a deadly Category 4 storm. Catastrophic sustained wind up to 140 miles per hour, the first ever Cat 4 on record for the Big Bend.
Oh, there goes.
The warnings of unsurvivable storm surge eerily playing out in Steinhatchee. Entire homes swept away. Florida Highway Patrol shutting down major bridges across Tampa Bay. Record surge making it too dangerous to pass. Waves battering all lanes. Down in Fort Myers, rescuers fighting the wind, deploying boats in waist-high floodwater. In South Pasadena, first responders rushing to emergency calls of raging fires surrounded by storm surge. And in Clearwater, a man and his dog rescued after his 36-foot sailboat started taking on water. Officials in the Big Bend asking those who chose not to evacuate before the storm to write their name and birth date on their body with permanent marker, hoping that could help with identification in case of the worst.
Deal.
Michael Bobbitt staying behind, rescuing his neighbors on Cedar Key.
Their house is going to be completely covered in water. They would have died in that house.
Our Whit Johnson reporting overnight from a flooded Tampa.
You can see we're actually elevated a little bit, but look at that water line down that step. You can see how deep it is.
Power out for more than 2 million customers from Florida to Georgia. This AccuWeather storm chaser capturing transmission towers igniting. 911 overload. Cars abandoned on roads, water too high.
This storm is raging.
Waves crashing over walls, flooding homes.
I really couldn't even evacuate if I wanted to at this point.
Water flooding Matthew Heller's living room in Tampa, forcing him to break out his kayak to get around.
I've got probably 5 feet of water in my lower level right now. I was walking around and I got the cactus to the leg. So then I decided to jump in the boat to avoid all my plants that were floating around my lower level.
Helene is still a tropical storm. It is jetting north at 30. It's still in northeast Georgia, but look at that shield of rain all the way back to Indiana, Illinois, Ohio. And we're going to watch this thing have a flash flood emergency on it. Asheville's included, western North Carolina, where the worst of the weather happening now, but so many people will be impacted.